Hi guys, I'm Steven and this is Giselle
Hola.
with El-Rumbo Tasting Room and Apartments. We're a little off-grid Airbnb in the Dominican Republic. Awesome, beautiful Dominican Republic. We feel super fortunate for this life. However, the off-grid portion of this, we're not in the middle of nowhere, and uh, this is just a super important movement. And all of the off-grid channels right now, they're just jokes. They're bitches growing beards and going out in the middle of the forest with $10,000 worth of lithium ion fucking batteries and look, I can run an air conditioner for 6 hours that'll air condition 100 fucking square feet, and then what? You got to recharge your fucking lithium ion battery at your mommy's house or something. It's this movement isn't this movement is super important. 100 years ago there were talks of how to enslave people in America, how to do that without using chains. And they said, hey, we can steal their purpose by making food, by making bread, super cheap, super fast, and then make them believe that their brains are super, super deep and make them take a dive into this rabbit hole, and they'll just turn into mindless consumers. And now that's happened. It's illegal to catch water in your city. It's illegal to disconnect your house from the electrical grid. You might not be aware of those things, but if you try it, you'll become aware of those things. If you buy solar energy and become an energy partner with your electrical company, they're now changing legislature that requires you to repair the lines that you're still using to supply them with electricity. The shit is crazy. It's gone to the tipping point. People know we now have to take back our freedom, but we've been cows for so long. A bull is a beautiful, free, strong thing, but in 3 or 4 generations of captivity, it becomes this moron just looking for where the free food is. People, not to say anything about cows. Cows are everywhere here, and we love the shit out of them. But there's 2 versions of that beautiful animal, people. Today we're just going to shoot a quick video on our pool, and then we'll do some others on our electrical car project and some more details on our solar panels. But try to hit home that this movement isn't some joke of idiots trying to get attention. We're breaking up because it's too tough to live off a grid or some bullshit like that. I get it, people. You get a little bit of attention, a little bit of acknowledgement. It's been a long time. You get a little bit excited, but this movement's super important. So we're just gonna focus in on the actual stuff. By the way, we've got 4 air conditioners, 5 fridges. Off-grid, people, no generators, no need for any generators. A week of no sun. Our system was engineered for that. There's no reason to keep buying from this evil marketplace. They're telling you if you go off-grid, you get a Tesla battery, a huge generator, and you keep fixing that stuff and you keep replacing your lithium-ion batteries. You got lead acid, it's battery for life. When its cycle is over, you dump out the water, put in new water. Good to go for another 5 years. Nice, people. This stuff is super fun. It's super sustainable. But more than anything, your beautiful purpose and your actual freedom is going to come back to you. Okay, nice people. This is our swimming pool. It is a swimming pool. In America, my swimming pool was the exact same size, but it was just a pond liner dumped in a hole with filtration. But that served us for about 10 years as our off-grid water treatment plant. So this is in every way. It's a pool. We get in here every day. We do some of our little chores, cleaning out the leaves and stuff while we're floating around. However, you'll notice it doesn't have the ceramic pretty part. It doesn't have the staircase and things like that, as that stuff just isn't necessary. It cost us about $2,000 to build this pool in about 2 weeks' time. It's got a filter that's good for double the water. So it's got 10,000 gallons and filtration for 20,000 gallons, because what we're doing is we're catching our beautiful free water. However, beautiful free water isn't beautiful for very long. People used to know that. They felt very purposeful when they managed their water. A lot of times if there was dry periods, they might ferment a lot of the water, not to try to get drunk, but just to keep it good for longer periods of time. So what we do is we've got a cistern downstairs that's got room for about 5,000 gallons. It catches off of the solar panels. This guy catches water directly with rain. He can fill almost all the way up in our heavy rain season. And then we're filtering this water. We're putting just a pinch of chlorine in here. We're using this little float copper flow deal that uses solar and puts just a little bit of copper that little enzymes and molds don't like to grow in. The reason we've chosen today is the water's a little murky. We had some sailors get in there yesterday, and today the water's a little bit green, but the water can be a little bit green because it came green out of the sky. It could be green because it sat a little bit too long in the cistern. So we're going to go over a couple things that we have to do to keep our water stored. Okay guys, there's only a couple real jobs to this. Using the manual skimmer to get the leaves off of the bottom and the top, and then checking your cams. You're going to rinse this out a couple times, then you're going to put your finger over it, and you're going to try to reach down as far as you can, because the top water is releasing chlorine in the sun. If you test down about 18 inches, you're going to get a cleaner catch. Knock out enough space. You've got room for the chemical. It says use 5 drops of this, but if you use 1, it'll last 5 times as longer. It'll last like a year. And really, the first drop tells you everything. Okay, I haven't changed it all. And yesterday I was just a little bit of yellow, so we knew. Today I was going to need a little bit of chlorine. This is powdered chlorine, 90% proof. A little bit expensive. Costs us a couple bucks a day, but if we get the strong stuff, we don't have to buy it as often. One of these is all it takes. Take out the strainer, put that in, and then just because the water is a little bit green, we're going to put in some algicide. The algicide label says to use just a little bit, but this stuff's only $6, and it makes a huge difference if you use a lot more. Okay, guys, this is the filter room. I choked on that a little bit. I'm going to show you cleaning the filter real quick. We got to close all these valves so the water doesn't go away. Knock this stuff out. Because we're off grid and this thing runs 1,000 watts, it runs a lot smoother, does a lot more work if it's clean, so we clean it every day. Okay, I'm opening the valves back up. Now I'm going to put it on backwash and run it. And what it's going to do is force water backwards through the sand and clean the sand. I'm going to look in the little sight glass here. You're seeing a little bit of the chlorine go away. Now you see it getting cloudy. Now this water isn't going to waste. We're pumping this water down into the cistern. Now the water is clear. We'll stop, rinse. And we're done for the day. Okay guys, this is the cute little kitchen in our little restaurant. We only have 15 seats, and I wouldn't have it any other way. This is the switch for the pool pump. This guy says we have 53.2 volts in our 48 volt system. When we get to 52.9, this guy turns the pump on. Normally he turns the pump on about 8 o'clock in the morning, turns it off about 5 o'clock at night. If we have fully cloudy days, just almost black days for a week, this guy's still going to kick on around 8:30 and run close to 5 o'clock just the same. The panels have just become a lot more efficient. Right now this guy's saying he's got 53.2 volts, but that is with the pump running off of this. So he's probably showing about 45.5 volts. This is reflecting minus the 1,000 watts that the pool pump is pulling. Okay guys, this is the last piece of it. This is the tube that comes from the pool. So the water that's cleaning the filter comes back in here. That's what this little trickle is. And then there's 5,000 gallons of storage here. So what we're constantly doing is moving the water back and forth. Moving the water from here, if it hasn't been filtered yet, to the top, overfilling the pool a little bit, running the filtration all day, then moving that water down and bringing some fresh water back up for us to filter tomorrow. Okay guys, last part. This is our little tiny 1 amp water pumps. One of the biggest things you have to address is your air conditioners have to be DC inverter, air conditioners and fridges. All your compressors need to be DC inverters, and then your water pumps have to get switched out. A water pump pulls about 7 amps. These little tiny guys, kind of a boat style pump, only pull 1. Aside of that though, everything in the hotel is normal. Every room has 40 psi. Everybody can shower at the same time. It's pretty cool. Hey guys, I'm pretty sure I left out a whole bunch of stuff. Just ask us in the comments.